Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek and today we are discussing another project that is a credit risk dataset on which I have worked in the Power BI. So this is the detail of my CSV file in the project. The file contains different names, different fields name and about them. What are they? Like the person's age or income or ownership, employee's length, loan intent and the loan grade, etc. like this. So this is about my CSV file basically. And first I will go to the Power BI and then I will click on the get data and I will upload my CSV or the Excel workbook. Okay, so I have uploaded it. That is my credit risk data set. And let's see what the first question says. DAX calculations for financial metrics. Using DAX, calculate the average loan amount and the average interest rate for each loan grade. How do these metrics correlates with the default rate? So we have to find out the average loan amount on the basis of loan grade and average interest rate for each loan grade. Okay, so how we can find out? We will just click on the new measure and then I will use calculate, then average of loan interest rate and then all except on the basis of loan grade. So it will give me the average loan interest based on the each loan grade. Same as the average loan interest rate, I will just find out the average loan amount and will just put the average loan amount here. Okay. Then for finding out how these metrics correlate with each other, so I have made a scatter chart and I have used that average loan amount and the default rate. That what is the default rate and what is the average loan amount based on the loan grade. And here it is the average interest rate and the default rate by the loan rate. So coming to the next question, visualization of loan status. Create a report visualizing the distribution of loan status across the different employees length and home ownership statuses. Which combination shows the highest default rate? So uh, I have visualized the employee length and the loan status according to the person's home ownership. Okay, which was asked, and the loan status, as you can see in the pie chart, I have also visualized the loan status and the person's employee length by the person's home ownership and the default rate and the person's home ownership, okay, in the pie chart. For finding out uh, the remaining part of the question that says which combination shows the highest default rate. So I will just use the matrix here, or the you can also use the table, but I have used the matrix for because I want to find out on the basis of loan grade. So I put the loan grade in the row column and then I have put all other things and the values. Okay, so the default rate, if I click on this arrow, then it will be shorted, and this combination shows us that G, loan grade G, and this combination is having the most default rate. Okay. You can also like add loan intent here. So you will find out that which category has the most loan intent, sorry, the default rate. Let me just show you. You can just As you can see, the depth consolidation, why it is showing, okay, it is showing just one loan intent, not the first, not the last. How we can count it? Okay, so there is no option for this. So I don't think it will work here. So this loan grade and this combination will show us that the loan grade G has the most default rate. Okay, so I've also used the slicers so that you can just check, you can just filter out the data, as you can see. Yeah. I've also added the loan status slicer and the home ownership slicer. So this is how you can solve your second question. The next question says that segmentation analysis. So basically, we have to categorize the borrowers by the loan intent and the visualize the average income and the average loan amount for each segment. We have to also find here that which intent has the highest loan amount to income ratio. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. So I've used the stack column chart, sorry, the clustered column chart here. Um, so in the clustered column chart, I've just put the loan intent in the x-axis and person's average income and the average loan amount in the y-axis, so that it can show me that how the which ratio shows me the highest. For this finding out, I will copy this, I will paste this over here, and then I have applied the filter over here because I want to find the top one average loan to income ratio, okay, or income to loan ratio. So I have applied the this filter on loan intent. Then I've applied the top n filtration, and by the value I put the average of loan income. Okay, so I will get the data over here. So medical has the most average income to loan ratio. Next question is time series analysis. Considering the credit history length as a time dimension, it means a time basically like for 1 to 5 year, or 1 to 0 to 10 years, or like 0 to 20 years, like this, the a time dimension, and analyze how the default rate has changed over the year. Implement a time slicer to adjust view period. We have to implement a time slicer also. So for this, I have just used a line chart, and in the line chart, I just applied the credit history length. So I also have to find out the default rate. Sorry, I basically forgot to tell you that how you can find out the default rate. You can just use this. I have also used the divide and the calculate and the count rows function in my DAX query. That is, I have made a new measure using this, and then I got the default rate. Okay. So as you can see, the over the time, what is the default rate? It is increasing or decreasing. If you change it, okay, then you will see that, oh, what is the scenario or what is the pattern. Got it? This is how you can solve another question. Come on to the next question, that is the fifth question. Predictive insight and what if analysis. Create a what if parameter to stimulate the different scenarios based on the varying interest rate. How do changes in interest rate potentially affect the default rates? So we have to just do the what if analysis. So for doing the what if analysis, just click on this modeling tab, just click on the new parameter, click on the numeric range, then it will open a new window. Yeah, just give it a name to your what if analysis, whatever name you want to give. I've already made this interest rate simulation, so I have given it a name. The data type, my data type is because it is the credit data set, so I have put the decimal number in the data type category. Okay, and minimum I have put 0, and maximum I have I kept it as 30, and my increment was I think 0.5. So whatever increment you want to just give, you can just give it, and you can just click on the create. Okay, so it will just create a new parameter. So just let's look into it, that I have made the interest rate simulation. Also I have to find out the default rate for this. That question says that you have to simulate different scenarios based on the varying interest rate. How do the changes in interest rate potentially affect the default rates? So I have find out the default rate. So I have made a simulated default rate. Okay, so you can also make it. Uh, so this is the chart on which I have visualized that simulated default rate by the interest rate simulation. Okay, and I've added a slicer to just filter out my data to see the trend or a pattern between a time period, we can say, or you can say the interest rate simulation. So yeah, like you can check that from interest rate 6.45 to 15.08. This is the default rate, it is increasing. For the initial interest rate, it is like constant from 0.5 to 5. Okay, like this you can just analyze this data. So move on to the next question, that is geographical data exploration. If geographical data were available, how would you visualize the loan distribution and the default rate across the different regions? So there is no geographical data available in my data set, but if is there any geographical data in your data set, now you can visualize. You can just click on this map, okay, just map or the field map or the shape map, and then you can just add the data, so it will show the map and you can just visualize the geographical data. Now coming to the next question, advanced DEX for the risk assessment. Write a DEX formula to calculate the risk score for each loan and considering factors such as loan amount, parent income, default history, and employment length. Define the risk formula based on this factor. So basically we have to just again make a new DEX formula. You have to make a new measure, that is risk score. So you have to make on the basis of each loan considering the factors. Sorry, these factors are loan amount, percent income, and the default history and employment length. So how you can make it? Just click on the new measure and then just you can make it like this. So I have used the loan amount, person's income, loan status, person's employment length, and this are the weightage for each field. Okay, so I made a risk score. I have also made a, like, there are two risk score because there was some changes in my formula. I was just trying to change the value, so that's why it was there was a slightly changed in my risk score, both the risk score. So you can just make it as per the demand of your project or your questions. Okay, so come on to the next question, that says the security features for sensitive data. Implement row level security to ensure that user can only view the data relevant to their specific region or department. How would you set up to this roles? So basically this is the, like, uh, most you can say important feature when you are sharing your data into your organization. Okay, for a particular role to a person, that suppose there is a person who is related to a sales department and you do have a data of sales, so you wanted that so the person will only be able to see the sales data, not any other data. So to implement this, we have to implement the row level security on our data set. Okay, how we can do it? You just have to uh, visualize your data. Like I have just made it for an example. Just click on the modeling tab, then click on the manage roles. You can just click on the new role. Okay, then the new role will be appear. You can just name it as a rent, because I want a person from the rent department to just see the data of rent only. Okay, just click select the table. I have to basically use this one table. That is my primary table, and I have to filter the data. That is, if my person's home ownership is equal to rent, that is the field is equal to the rent, the value of rent, then the person will be able to see it. You just have to click on the save button. I have already saved it. How you can see it? You can just click on the view, then click on the rent, then click on OK. Now you will be seeing the data based on the rent. Okay. Uh, as you can see, the data has been changed over here also. Okay, so this is the data for the rent. Stop viewing, then the data will be undo. So for implementing, now the main thing which we have to do, just click on the home, click on the publish, then just make sure you have saved it, then click on the my workspace, then select it. You basically you have an organizational email for this or the educational email for this, so that you will be able to use the Power BI's uh, different features. Okay, so I've already published the data, so I will replace it with my current file. Yeah, I published it. Just click on your open credit risk project, or wait a minute, it is opening now. So Power BI web service is opening now. How you can just implement the row level security from here? Just go to my workspace. Mm, wait a minute, it is loading. Yeah, my workspace. Then where is your assignment? Yeah, here it is. Just click on three dot, then go to security. Then just you can just add an email over here. I have added my family member's email on which I am working in the Power BI. So this person will be able to see this details. Okay, so this is how you can implement it. Then click on the rent, test as a role. So yeah, that person belongs to the rent category will be able to see only the details of rent. Okay, this is how you can implement it. The last question, yeah, the last question that says the dashboard creation. Design a comprehensive dashboard that includes all of the above analysis, include the navigational features and tooltips. How would you publish the and share this dashboard with a stakeholder in the Power BI service? So basically, I've just told you how you can share this into Power BI. Just click on the publish, and then it will be shared in my workspace so that you can share it from here, that there. You can also just share that. Let me just show you how you can share it. My workspace, that my credit risk project. First, I'll tell you how you can share it. You can just click on the file, sorry, click on the export, then you can just download the PowerPoint or the PDF, and then you can just click on the share button. Uh, you can embed it live data, or you can just export it as an image. Okay, export it as an image with the default values. Then you can just click on the export so that you will be able to download the PPT. Okay, then you can just share it in the theme. Okay, so how you can make dashboards? Dashboard means the summary of your data. So I made different charts over here. You can add some more charts or table or metrics, okay, in your dashboard. And you can use filters just like I have used it, like this, or the slicers. Okay, so I made the default rate the average of person's income by the loan grade, average of loan amount, and the loan default rate by the credit history length. Okay, as you can see this, I have made a pie chart over here that person's income by loan intent. So you can also make it. This is how you can make your Power BI project. If you do have any doubt, then please ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much.